I've been on Twitch for 8 years, and that definitely doesn't make me feel old. The platform has definitely changed a lot since I've been part of it, and being a stream coach I think gives me a unique perspective. I've worked with hundreds of streamers one-on-one and in group coaching sessions over the years, and I've seen what's worked for them and what hasn't worked. So today what we're gonna do is take this weird, unique perspective that I tend to have, and we're gonna talk about the top 5 things that I wish I knew when I started streaming in 2013. But don't worry, these are all still gonna be relevant for you now. This video is sponsored by 𝐻𝐑. 𝐻𝐑 is your favorite streamer's one-stop shop for all the graphics you could need for your stream. They have overlays, alerts, even emotes, and the best part is they're cheap AF and you get your graphics immediately so you can get back to doing what you do best, streaming. Head to our affiliate link down below in the description so that you can get started with your own 𝐻𝐑 graphics right freaking now, dude. Alright, let's get back to the video. So the first thing that I wish I knew whenever I just started streaming is not only to diversify my brand across multiple platforms, but also to utilize the new features of those platforms immediately. When Instagram came out with live streaming, or YouTube came out with YouTube Shorts, or even when TikTok launched and all of Gen Z lost their souls to it, anytime that a new social media platform comes out or launches a new feature, that social media platform is going to be giving a ton of attention to the accounts who are using that feature. And so that's a really good time for you to experiment and explore using that new feature to grow your account way faster. If you haven't noticed by now, TikTok is the king of short form video content, but YouTube has also added YouTube Shorts, which are short little 60-second videos akin to what TikTok has done. And of course, Instagram launched Instagram Reels, which are short little 15 to 30-second videos as well. This short form video content is something that every single social media platform is trying to figure out. I wouldn't be surprised if Twitch is trying to do the exact same thing as well. So if you haven't started creating short form video content in some form or another yet, it is definitely time for all of us to get started with it, myself included. I guess that means I'm coming to TikTok. Go follow me over there. The second thing I wish I knew when I just got started streaming is that streaming is not about how cool, sexy, interesting, attractive you are. It's more so about how effectively you can build others up while still maintaining strong boundaries. When I was a small streamer, my perception of my stream and myself as the leader of the community was that I was very much on a pedestal, and I thought if I could just boost myself up higher, that would mean that I was more valuable as a person and that more people would want to watch me and I would grow my viewers. Unfortunately, I learned far too late that that is not what streaming is about. It's really about figuring out how you can boost up everyone else around you and show them that you genuinely care about them. I recently had the absolute pleasure of doing a live channel review for a Twitch streamer called 𝐷𝐿, and let me tell you, if you need an example of someone who is doing this really well, 𝐷𝐿 is an absolutely perfect person that you should be paying attention to. When she knew her channel was getting reviewed, so many of her community members actually showed up in my own chat and started talking and being really excited that she was on, and they were such positive, strong advocates for her community, and you could tell they all really cared about each other. There were a lot of things that I pointed out during that actual stream review that 𝐷𝐿 did well that made those people feel so connected to her and to each other. So I will be posting a video of that stream review of 𝐷𝐿's channel here within the next few days, so just make sure that you subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you can get that. Now hang on, because I feel like I need to put a little asterisk under this advice, because I feel like a lot of small streamers will hear this and assume that I'm saying that you need to be friends with literally everyone who comes into your stream, which just isn't true. You still need to have strong boundaries for what kind of behavior is and isn't accepted inside of your stream, and you also need to be realistic about your energy. After a certain point, you just won't be able to be close friends with everyone who is in your stream and in your community, and you'll have to decide who to keep close and who to kind of push away. And that is a really difficult time for a streamer, but it's something that you are going to have to do if you continue to grow your channel. Now, this doesn't mean be rude to people, but if you're finding yourself exhausted because you feel you have to respond to every single DM and maintain a close friendship with all of the people in your community, then it might be time for you to enact some stronger boundaries so that you know what to respond to and what not to respond to. The third thing that I wish that I knew when I first started streaming was not to take myself too seriously. When I was small, streaming on Twitch and being successful on Twitch felt like it was life or death. Like if I couldn't succeed on Twitch, that meant that I was going to succeed at nothing in my life. And I've talked about this romanticization of the platform quite a few times, but I feel that it is truly very dangerous. If Twitch is the end-all be-all of whether or not your life has value, then you're putting a ton of pressure on yourself and your stream and your community in order to achieve some goals so that you do feel that your life has a level of value. And trust me, you do not want to put this kind of pressure on yourself, because not only does it make you kind of boring when you're super serious all the time, it also prevents you from taking risks and creating content that hasn't been seen before. And that's really where your success as a streamer is going to come from. The fourth thing that I wish I knew when I just started streaming is to not leverage my time and instead leverage value. Now, what do I mean by this? Well, a lot of small streamers think that their success is going to come because they worked harder than anyone else. But if working hard is the only thing that differentiates you from somebody else, there will always be someone who can come in and take your spot. This also refers to the fact that when I started in 2013, all of the advice was to stream for 10 hours a day, 6 days a week, because if you weren't live, it meant you were losing followers and subscribers and somebody else was getting them, which we all know by now is just like a huge hunk of garbage advice, and we don't listen to that anymore, right? So here's the thing. If you can't stream for 10 hours a day, 6 days a week, and you can't just outwork your competition, what is it that's going to make you stand out? And why has every other streamer who hasn't had to stream constantly or who hasn't had to work their butts off, how have they become successful? It's because they know how to leverage value. So I've got a free masterclass training for you that actually goes in depth about what it takes to create value on any social media platform, including, of course, YouTube and Twitch. But what you need to know now is that every single person who's a successful streamer or a successful YouTuber or even a successful old man rapper on TikTok has figured out how to create content that delivers an experience for people. And whether they make content daily or they post once a week or once every couple of weeks, they're still able to be successful regardless of the difference in the amount of time that they have to put in versus the average person who is just trying to succeed based on the amount of time that they work. Which basically means that they work less for way more results. And oh boy, if I could have worked less over the last 8 years, I might actually have friends. And the fifth thing that I wish that I knew whenever I had just started streaming is to go deeper. I'm disappointed in myself. I thought streaming was all about just showing up and playing video games. And that was all I did. I thought if I was going to be playing video games, I might as well stream too, right? Because that's really all the effort that goes into being a streamer and a content creator. And I was so wrong. It's unbelievable. This is such a simplistic view of content creation because it truly is a business. There are things like audience development, branding, marketing, and this stuff can go incredibly deep. This is why in Stream Coach Academy, we actually take all of our students through figuring out who their audience is and how they're going to serve them really well, what their problems are, and all of these other topics that no one really thinks about whenever it comes to their stream because we're all so busy just, I don't know, drinking Mountain Dew and eating Cheetos and playing Overwatch. That's such a stereotype. Where did that even come from? Do y'all actually drink Mountain Dew and eat Cheetos? Can you comment below and let me know? The fact that streaming is a business and has all of these business components as part of it means that it's teachable. You can learn all of these pieces and become a much better streamer. So if you feel like you're just terrible and it's never going to work for you and maybe you're not meant for streaming, let me tell you right now that I wasn't meant for it either, but I'm still here and I'm now educating streamers, and you could have the exact same path. And this YouTube channel is a perfect place to start because I make videos all the time about these business components. So make sure to subscribe if you haven't already and hit the notification bell so you can be notified whenever I post another video. We have a lot of content coming out. I'm busy, y'all. We busy. Here is also another YouTube video that YouTube thinks you're really gonna like from my channel. I'll see you over in that one. Bye!